What's up, community? I wanted to bring you on here just to kind of film a little video. I feel like the only time I get to catch up is during during our community calls, and I felt like it was a really good time just to catch up at the beginning of the week. Just tell you what's been going on, because I feel like this weekend plus the beginning of this week, just yesterday, has been like an action-packed day, and I wanted to just share you my lessons and kind of my plan for June, in hopes that it helps you out as well. So before I kind of share things, since I'm out here on my walk, this is like the park near my neighborhood. I invite you all to take a breath with me. So if you can close your eyes and just take a breath in and let everything out. Hope that it gives you a nice refresh for the beginning of the week. But yeah, just wanted to catch up, tell you my plan for the month. So my plan for June, it's a very ambitious goal, but I'm just gonna run with it and see how it goes. But I've had this like calling speak to me and telling me that like there needs to be more people, there needs to be more teachers that I need to serve. And my goal for June is to double the community. So right now I think there's about 10 teachers in here, and I feel ready to be able to double this community to 20 members. So my mission for this month, I'm planning on figuring out how I'm going to get there. But my big goal for this month is to get to 20 members. And the big reason for this is just because like I've really seen a big shift in this community and culture ever since like having this community and being able to run this coaching program. And it really sparked since last week. And last community call, I really loved it, because I think that was one of the awesome times where I get to see everybody together, and the attendance for the community call was really high, but also the participation was really high as well. And some people got to sit there and listen to other people speak. Other people got to contribute. But it was awesome because every single teacher, every single one of you that was able to join had such an amazing thing to offer as well. And I always feel like in order for things to scale, it must have a solid foundation first. And I feel like our culture and community here is becoming so solid and becoming the culture that I want to be in, that I feel ready to invite more people in it as well. And I know it's going to get stronger because the foundation is strong. And I just want to say thank you, because like I am not just the only part of this community. I'm not the one that makes up this community, but you all are. You all like are the leaders and the teachers that really lead this community, but also the industry as well into this new phase of creating lifestyle music schools and things like that. So the first thing that like I've been thinking like, okay, if I want to grow, if I want to double this community to 20 members, what do I have to be? But more importantly, who do I have to be as well? So one thing that I feel like I've been lacking and neglecting is just this coming back to my mission. And the reason why we share wins every single week, hopefully you can, there's like kids screaming in this middle school right next to me. Hopefully, so being mission oriented and coming back to my mission is really important for me. And taking a look at our community mission is to empower music teachers to be able to create six-figure lifestyle music schools as well. And being able to come back and journal my mission statement for myself and for the industry, just my personal reasons, and also the reasons for the world. Like I'm gonna start coming back to that every single day, just being able to reinvigorate my fire, because that's the reason why we share our wins. It's not like we have to have a big results win every single week, but it is the act of finding gratitude and being able to come back to what we have accomplished and what we can feel proud of, and being able to give ourselves compassion, especially when we have those hard times, those hard seasons in business. It may feel like it's been going on forever, but look back on your journey, look back on your accomplishments, look back on all the things that you have achieved and what you've shown yourself what you can do, and that will re-spark the fire. So yesterday I I did the podcast filming with my dream podcast guest. His name is Rob Knopfer. Quick backstory: he's a percussionist for the New York Metropolitan Opera, and when he got that job, he started this YouTube channel called if you just look up Rob Knopper, you'll find it. But he has this channel called like Audition Hacker and Percussion Hacker. And he's created this brand where he's been creating content to help people pass auditions. It's the same way that he's done, because he went through 9 years of just ruthlessly going through auditions, not making anything, and finally he got his dream spot at the New York Met. And he's shown, like, he shares all of his knowledge and information, just his expertise on his YouTube channel. And that's what really helped me be able to get into SDSU's music school, because I felt like, my senior year, I didn't have a percussion teacher, nor did we have like a really big like percussion program. The only time I got help was like either in marching season with a percussion tech, or from my band director, who she played flute. She didn't play percussion. So I was kind of like self-taught, self-study, and his videos really helped me get my skills good enough to be able to feel confident just auditioning for the music school. And I got in. The rest is history. But I got to interview him, and what I really took away from that conversation with him was that he feels like it's like, I was asking him, like, you're performing in the New York Met, like, why are you taking the time to do this as well, the Audition Hacker stuff, and creating your own inner circle for musicians who want to pass auditions and get their dream roles? And he felt like it was his mission, and it was like his calling, the reason why he's here to do this. And that's what it really resonated with me, because that's how I feel about this coaching program. And my endeavors as a music producer too, but really, like, I feel like every single thing I've done since high school and into college and graduating college has really led me up to here. And why I'm meant to be on this earth is to be able to share to combine my expertise of entrepreneurship, my spirit of entrepreneurship, my passion for music education, all in one, to be able to help really, like, my past self as well. And you all are, I feel like, my people. And I feel fortunate whenever I'm in my, like, coaching program that I'm inside of my coaching community that Dan leads, because there's lots of coaches out there who are still trying to figure out their niche, who are still trying to figure out their offers, who are changing niches because they don't feel passionate and fulfilled with the current class that they're teaching. And I find a lot of gratitude in just taking the time to pause and be like, I've always been serving my people, and that's what's really fueled me in making sure that I continue on this journey and continue my mission. So for you, really thinking about who are my people? Who am I here on this earth? Like, who am I meant to serve? I'd love to know that, by the way. So let me know in the comments of this video if you who you're meant to serve, and I'd love to support you on that mission as well. And you'll know when you, like, have hit the right spot, when you start to feel emotional, but also like a physical reaction. Like, you feel like your heart start to build up and your chest start to build up. Maybe your throat gets a little tight when you start thinking about it. But when you are able to really clearly know who you're trying to serve, it becomes so much easier to be able to go on this mission. So be on the lookout for that interview. It's probably going to come out sometime in July, since I have so many podcasts like lined up. It's been really fun lately. So if you're looking for an easy way to create content, like, collaborate with people. It's so easy. It's so fun. So that's what I learned there. And then after I had my podcast filming, I had a game plan call with another music teacher, and he's very established. And I was very surprised that he came to me wanting to chat and know more, see if I could help him, because he's already past that 6-figure level, and his main goal was to get to like the 200K per year plus mark. So we had a call really game planning what what he needed to do in order to get past that 200K, really clarifying his vision. But the conversation was not around, this is what you should do, this is what you need to, like, this is the next offer you need to do, or anything like that, because he had so many different ways that he was generating income that he could have scaled with his in-person tour, where he goes to schools and he does tours and he coaches in the schools and stuff like that. He could do any of those things, but the conversation really was around, what is the vision, what is the lifestyle that he wanted to have as well, what is the path that he wanted to take. Well, but more importantly, like, I asked him this question of, like, who is the person that you need to become? And he really felt like that was the question that he needed to answer for himself in order to get a clear vision on what path he was going to take, whether he's going to scale the membership or the private coaching. And the lesson here that I wanted to take away and share with you all is that question of who do we have to become is so important at every stage of our business. Because he was not saying, like, oh my God, that was like a revolutionary question that you asked me, but he was saying, that was something that I needed, that I asked myself already. Like, that's something that I've been through, that I tell my clients, right? It's like, this is the lesson that I teach you all, but it is a lesson that I teach you all as a reminder for myself as well, that we all need to go through these stages of, who do I need to become? Who is the next Ben I need to become? Who is the next person I need to become? And that will guide our decisions, being able to move forward as well. So ask yourself that question and truly sit on it and ask your intuition, like, who is the person that I need to become? What are the values, the boundaries, the standards that I need to uphold in order to support the six-figure studio that I want to have as well? So I'd love to know that. Who is that? Who are you meant to be? Who are you supposed to be? Who is the person that you're trying to become? I'd love to hear more of that as well in the comments. But that was an important lesson that I wanted to take out of that conversation as well. And it really fueled me, like, okay, if I really want to double this community, I need to step into the next Ben that I need to become. And so I'll share more about that as well as I go through this month and things like that. But I wanted to share that out as a point for you all can keep me accountable for that as well. Ask me questions about it. Ask me how my journey is going with that. And then after that was my coaching call with Dan. And he shared an important lesson around content and just the fact that, like, when we are writing our content, there's so many things that we could say that, like there's always that question of, what do we need to write about in order to get clients to buy? But when we are able to just focus in on, how do we share our journey? How do we share our clients' journeys? How do we share journeys and stories and create content that only humans can create? That's what's really going to help you stand out of the crowd and be able to convert more people. People are going to want to follow more journeys. So that's why I wanted to come here too, just with you all, just to be able to share my journey and be able to share what I'm going through as well, in hopes that it inspires you, in hopes that it, like, shows you that, what I'm going through and how it relates to you. So, with Dan's lesson, like, share your story, share your journey. I saw that one of our members in the community is getting engaged, Brad, so shout out to you. Like, something like that, like those milestones, share it with your community. The things that are really going to connect with your students are probably going to be non-music related things, right? It's like when you share, like, think about your lessons when chat about life. Like, those are the moments that your students will really remember, where they get to know you as the teacher, and you take off this music teacher hat and you put on this, like, life mentor hat. Or maybe they're just there and they just need a friend, they just need a colleague, they need someone to talk to, like someone that they can connect with. Treat your audience as your clients and you will carry the same energy that you do from your coaching, from your practice room, from your lesson room into your marketing as well. So it was an eventful Monday. As you could tell, I got a lot of learning lessons. But the thing that I'm trying to practice here is just being more aware, right? Practicing my awareness of like what is going on in my life and what can I learn from it as well. Because you probably go through so many things in your life, but we often think it's really boring. But if we could just take a pause and find gratitude in the things that we are experiencing here on earth, and what we can share to our students as well, what we can just release out there. Because what I feel like has really helped me share stuff and release stuff into the world is just the belief that whatever I share is important into the world. Like because it comes from me, and nobody else here on this earth is like me, what I have to share is special inherently, because there's no other Ben out there sharing what Ben has to offer, what Ben is experiencing as well. So for you, same thing applies, right? Everything that you share in this community is so valuable because not just because of what it is, but because of who it comes from and the context in which it's shared as well. So yeah, I can go on and on about sharing all these things, but I like doing this on these like walks and being able to share what's going on in my week and what's going on in my lessons. So let me know if you want more of these things too. Last thing is, this is totally irrelevant to what I have been sharing, but it is relevant to the time and right now. There's a software out there called Unipro. If you go to unipro.com, it's like a CRM that I use for Facebook, and it's a way to keep my messages organized and things like that as well. But they had this really cool workshop around their reverse conversions training. If you want a link to that training, let me know. I can share that with you as well. But I learned a lot of things from there, and I'm going to be implementing them this June to help double the community. So if you're excited, if you want to dive into that as well and see what I'm learning, feel free to ask me, and I'll share with you as well. So hope you have an amazing week. Make sure to take time for yourself, and I'm excited to see what you work on for this week.